The great big drone psyop. Who is running the UAV invasion and why? I'm starting to think more and more every time I look into this that it's our own government. They are trying to push their own agenda. They're trying to you got the DOD trying to prove that that we actually need them. They're trying to push their agenda. They're trying to push this bill that strips us of more of our rights is what I believe is going on. So I am more and more starting to believe that this is a government psyop. It's the last ditch effort of the deep state to try to use psychological warfare on the American public is what I believe is going on because ahead of Trump getting into office, so that it's another power grab. So we're gonna talk about it, but before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account, so follow me there as well. All right, so let's get into this news. Now, this comes from the Gateway Pundit from Paul Sarin. He reports that as America eagerly awaits the upcoming inauguration of Donald J. Trump as the 47th U.S. president, it is now under a second invasion after the massed illegal hordes, the mistress drones. Um, the first basic question in everyone's mind is who is doing this? I mean, we honestly don't know. Mayor Roykus is coming out saying bull crap, spinning stuff. A couple other government officials. We really don't know what's going on. But there are two major possibilities. They are either U.S. military Space Force drones, is what I'm starting to lean towards, or else they are foreign, potentially enemy craft. For me, the alien origin is the case. Alien origin in this case can be completely discarded. I agree with that as well because it got lights and stuff on there. Like, what are those lights about? Those flashing lights that's similar to lights that you see on planes. But given the fact that the U.S. has not unleashed its assets to deter this phenomenon that started over New Jersey, but now has spread all over the land, the explanation that makes more sense is it's American drones. Of course. Well, I mean, the government is seems like they're disinterested in it, and they're being vague about it, not giving us any information and saying, don't worry about it. There's nothing going on here. I find it hard to believe that even treasonous Biden regime lackeys would sit idly while Iranian or Russian or someone else's drones wreak havoc in the Republic, unless it's China. China owns a lot of our government. A lot of our government officials are bought and paid for by China, and it's all the way at the top, up to Biden. Biden is owned by the Chinese Communist Party. We know this. But we got Donald Trump saying mystery drone sighting all over the country. Can this really be happening without our government's knowledge? I don't think so. Let the public know, and now. Otherwise, shoot them down. DJT. And General Mike Flynn, y'all remember General Flynn, he said if our U.S. MIL or U.S. military were given the opportunity to take care of this drone problem, they have the full capability to do so immediately. Unleash the Space Force and Special Operations Forces to deal with it now. Next, you have another big one. Why? That is a big question. But here, the main hypothesis is that it's a psyop, either being waged by the outgoing Joe Biden administration from hell, or from other deep state elements, or else by foreign adversaries or enemies. I'm leaning more towards the deep state. I want to recall here a couple of data points from back in the early 1950s when the UFO mania first set in. Quote, Walter B. Smith, director of the CIA, in a memorandum for director of Psychological Strategy Board, wrote, the problems connected with unidentified flying objects appear to have implications for psychological warfare as well as for intelligence and operations. Because it makes you wonder, like, if they didn't have those lights on, we wouldn't really be seeing them like that. They intentionally turn these lights on like they want to be seen. That's why I think it's a psyop. Another 50s document declassified in a FOIA release details the national security implications stemming from the UFO phenomenon. channels of communications are clogged by irrelevant reports. Continued false claims led to the ignoring of real indications of hostile actions, creation of a morbid national psychology in which skillful hostile propaganda could induce hysterical behavior and harmful distrust of duly constituted authority. Allow me to repeat this bit. Creation of a morbid national psychology in which skillful hostile propaganda could induce hysterical behavior and harmful distrust of duly constituted authority. So, are they doing this to discredit government? So when Trump gets in, when he has an overwhelming support right now. Will this deter trust in government? Will this lessen trust in government? Are they doing this psyop on purpose so people have a mistrust of government? Is what I'm getting at here. Let's play this clip here really quick.
This is over my house right now.
As mysterious drones continue to pop up in the skies over the East Coast,
now it's hovering over my other neighbor's house.
Lawmakers in Washington are growing frustrated that the Biden administration isn't explaining what they are. You see the internet's running wild with conspiracy theories, and do you feel like the administration needs to fill that void?
Well, I think they should get out something as quickly as they can.
Theories are running wild about what the flying objects may be. One New Jersey congressman said they were being launched by an Iranian mothership off the Atlantic coast. The White House today saying an investigation is underway, but there is no cause for alarm.
Right now,
Kirby,
there's just no indication that this is some sort of foreign malign activity or, in fact, even criminal.
Adding the objects being seen in the sky aren't even necessarily drones.
It appears that many of the reported sightings are actually manned aircraft that are being operated lawfully.
And while the Pentagon has said they aren't military drones and they do not come from a foreign threat, senators like New York's Kirsten Gillibrand are demanding more information.
We cannot simply say, well, they're not causing any harm. Well, do we know that? What are they doing? And who's sending them?
The FBI is leading this investigation, getting support from both the FAA and DHS, but none of these agencies are revealing any information as to what their probes have discovered, meaning the mystery of what's up in the sky continues.
So weird. It's so weird what's happening right now. I mean, 2024 has been one of the weirdest years ever. But then we got Stephen Joseph. He says shooting at the drones in New Jersey is now a real thing. What? So people are shooting at them? Let's play this clip here. Wow. Wow. People are shooting at it. Wow. Dang. See, it looks like a normal plane flying though. That's the crazy thing about it. It doesn't look special, right? You got to be careful because it could be a regular plane. I wouldn't attempt to be doing this. This is crazy. Don't do this. Don't shoot at the thing because we really have no idea what they are. Why would you shoot at it? But if you look around on TikTok, Instagram, and elsewhere, a morbid national psychology is on the making, with thousands of fake videos adding to the distress of the real videos and endless UFO nonsense mudding the water of the national psyche. So yeah, that is true. There's some fake stuff out there. That's why you don't know what's real. You don't know if it could be just some people are filming normal planes and saying these are the drones. Like it's hard to decipher through the nonsense. I think a lot of it is disinformation from the government as well, putting fake stuff out there on purpose. But as for alternative reasons for the deployment of these, let's assume U.S. Military drones, a torrent of potentially bogus explanations has arisen, including that The assets are out in force to prevent a mass casualty attack by enemies. When it comes to the Biden regime, one feels inclined to believe more in a psyop to have the country in a bad shape and break the climate of national love of national love story with the incoming Trump administration, substituting it for fearful, suspicious citizenry. That's what I was just alluding to. This could be their way of like destroying trust in government before Trump gets in. The deep state's way of doing that. So that's what I'm starting to suspect as well. But the one person we haven't heard about it yet, to my knowledge, is DoD contractor and space whiz Elon Musk. With his security clearance, he's probably has a thing or two to add to the debate. I think he did mention something on it. I think he did mention something about it recently. I think he said like something to the effect of government needs to be more transparent about what's going on or something. I can't really remember what he said about it, but he did talk about it briefly. Here's another clip.
And Bill and Sandra, you know, when things like this are happening, it seems everyone starts to look up, like my crew and I have been here in Mendham recording this video that you're looking at right now. We have no idea what it is, if it's a natural phenomenon, because it could be, but this is why so many municipalities are now asking people to reach out and send their videos to them or to experts who might be able to sort out what they're seeing in the skies. But I guarantee there are so many people looking up and making those recordings because this mystery is one that needs to be solved. For now, we're live here in Mendham Borough. Tony Yates, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Oh, they cut the clip. I think someone it was either this video or another video I saw on X where the someone said that yeah, that could possibly be the moon, and the woman was like, "Nah, that's not the moon. The moon is over there. We can see the moon. That's not the moon." But yeah, it's definitely some weird stuff going on. I doubt if we ever know what's really going on here. But it definitely smells like a psyop by someone. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. What do you think is really going on here? Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.